the channel. This is No Luck Trucking. I'm Matt, and we are picking up where the last video left off. We stopped at a rest area to take care of some business because sometimes shippers don't believe that truck drivers need bathrooms or access to facilities. So we will go in planning for the worst and hoping for the best. We have 36 miles to get to our next pickup, which is good. We are way ahead of schedule. We told her that we would probably be there around 3. It is 9:30 in the morning. We got out of the other place pretty quick. That was the first time we've been there, so we needed to play it safe and give us some buffer room in case they were slow or had a long line, which the line started after we got there.
The reviews weren't great.
Yeah, and Liz always looks up the reviews, and they weren't the most bubbly. So far everything is going really well for us. And I know somebody will say, "Don't jinx yourself. You're gonna jinx the day," which it is what it is. You know, got to go in positive, and you just don't wait around for bad things. Somebody that's been in the industry quite a while always told us that truck driving is not so much about driving the truck and picking up loads, but it's more about being a problem solver. So we try to put ourselves in the best situation. We try to solve our problems as quick as we can, as painless as we can, so we can get back on the road delivering some freight, which is what pays our bills. So we're gonna get to the place, probably pick up when we get there, and we'll see how that one goes. Well, checked in. Guy told us to pull into the middle door. Wasn't very talkative though. So we need to flip around over here, which pretty sure we got enough room. And then we gotta hit that door over there. So should be easy. Easy peasy. Thing about this is just the blind, there's no lines, so it's kind of like a blind corner. We got to figure out where the dock is once we get over there, but tons of room. Can hardly mess this one up. Where the dock is, no lines, but there's a concrete pad kind of marks out where it is, but we still gotta get it lined up with the dock plate. So close. I think that's dead on there. All right, just like that. Let's see how long it takes to get loaded. Look at them. All right, we have 55-gallon drums of resin. So this gives me a weird feeling. So you guys don't know the backstory. I don't know if I've ever said it on YouTube, but so back in the day before we did trucking, I had quit my commission sales job and I started working from the house. So I started making wiring harnesses, doing swaps on cars for people, and also started making some fiberglass parts. So this resin that's in here smells 100% identical to the fiberglass resin that I used to work with on a daily basis. So it's that familiar, ooh, that didn't go well. All right, let's try this again. So it's that familiar smell that kind of brings you back to a certain time in your life, and that time in our life was when we were broke. There we go. I don't know, it's weird. You know, smells can bring back memories and stuff, but that's what I associate fiberglass resin with now is, there we go. Is that time when we were struggling financially. All right, I'm gonna get the other strap on and then put the seal on, put the lock on. All right, we have to do our Hazmat. We're gonna do a periodic tire check. We're gonna do the final securement check and put the final seal on. Go around here, make sure we're not on no tires blown out, nothing. Yeah, because flat tire could definitely catch on fire, and then you add Hazmat in there and whoo, it'd be like the 4th of July. Alright, let's climb up there, check the straps. Everything's good. Figured it would be. Earlier, but like I said, every time I smell this fiberglass resin smell, it reminds me of our old life before trucking. So that was a lot of fun. Used to make fiberglass parts for cars and things like that. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I still do, and I'd like to get into it sometime when we have more free time, but I don't know, it just kind of hits a little bit differently when you have to do that to pay the bills. It becomes a do or die situation. So I'm glad that we could potentially do it just for, not for having to pay the mortgage, but just for enjoyment, because it was a lot of fun. But now we can actually buy the parts that we need. Yeah, so when we were doing it before, we had to kind of keep the cost down. So there was a lot of tools that could have helped us, but I mean, we just couldn't afford them. There were some expensive tools and things like that. So but yeah, fiberglass was great. We actually used to, alright, that's about as close to the light pole as I want to get. We used to polish metals as well. had a whole polishing setup. That was a lot of fun. I'd like to get into that and also have the benefit of buying the good equipment. So some of the stuff that we had was it was on the lower end, so I was burning up a lot of the polishers and just the equipment. We could have spent a little bit more money and made life a lot easier. Spent a lot less time polishing the stuff, but I mean, we had to do what we had to do. We did some powder coating as well. That was a lot of fun, but again, we just didn't have the money to make a really large oven happen, so we were kind of limited on the size of things. Plus we were doing polishing, we were doing fiberglass and trying to do powder coat in the same garage. And if you know anything about powder coating, you would use electricity basically to draw the powder to the metals, but that also draws every piece of lint, every piece of fiber that's floating in the air, all the dust that was kind of collecting in the air from the polishing, so everything was just contaminating the surface. We couldn't do all three in one spot, but you know, we had to do what we had to do to survive. So now we can go back to the stuff and just do it for fun, just as like a hobby. So that'll be nice. So we are at a road ranger. We are on I-40 West. I don't know the exit because we just I saw the sign and we dipped off the interstate. We're probably gonna stay here for a little while. Traffic is just so bad, so it's just kind of stressful. The left lane is completely clogged with people trying to pass, the slower people on the right, but it's just miles and miles of backup. You can't go anywhere quick, you just get stuck behind people. So we're gonna wait until tonight when the traffic dies down a little bit, and we're gonna head out then and try to make it a peaceful drive. We have 1,585 miles to go, and we have until Monday. It is currently Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Sometimes I don't even remember what day it is, but just know that we have to be someplace by a certain time. But yeah, so it's Friday, which I get it, you know, traffic, it's busy, but we're gonna sleep, let traffic die down, drive through the night. I'll drive tomorrow, and then we have basically one more shift to get us in, and easy peasy, right? So this is a hazmat load, which is continuing our streak of hazmat. What are we up to, 4?
We're up to 4, and then the load that we booked going back to the East Coast is going to break that streak.
Okay, so we got 4 in a row, and then, yeah, that's right. What did we book?
So it's another one for Best Buy, but it's the vacuum manufacturer.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I think we can video that one. Last time was a bunch of graphics cards that had a crazy retail price on them, so we didn't even film, we didn't even talk about it much. We just had to get that one going before some black Honda Civics with green underglow started hijacking the truck. Fast and Furious reference if anyone gets that. Alright, we'll end it here. Maybe I'll remind Liz to do an update when she's leaving out tonight. Alright, an update since I'm bad at updating and didn't. So we slept overnight, which actually was the first big test of the green APU, which passed with flying colors. Liz was cooking burgers in the oven, so it heated up the back half of the sleeper, and the temp sensor was picking up 96 degrees, but on the weather app it was somewhere in the 90s. So we started cooling the truck from there. Hot back half, and it was in the 90s, pretty humid, and it cooled it down enough to go to sleep. It was perfect. And then through the night, when it dropped down to like 70s, it kind of backs off the fan speed and everything, so it was perfect. You don't wake up like frozen solid on the old Thermo King, we would just like crank it as low as it would go and as high of a fan speed, and then once you go to sleep and the temp drops, you just get blasted with cold air. But it was great, worked out. So we slept until I reset. I took out, got down here to El Reno, Oklahoma. We're still on 40. We're gonna grab a shower. We got some breakfast at Carl's Jr. and then we're gonna head to New Mexico. I'm gonna try to get to New Mexico today, and then we'll just finish up the drive tomorrow. There's not much left, and we'll get it delivered in Moapa. A lot has happened since the last video. Liz took out driving. She got from Oklahoma to about 30 miles before Amarillo. The wind was just so strong that it was pushing the truck. It was leaning the truck farther than we felt comfortable continuing on with. So we shut it down in Panhandle, Texas, at the smallest Love's probably in the country. There's like 10 spots. It's super packed. But we made it here. I slept. The wind has died down, so now we're going to take out and get the rest of the way, hopefully. Well, we made it through Texas. I think it was a great idea waiting until the wind died down. It was like 30 mile an hour sustained and like 60 plus mile an hour gusts. It was getting pretty bad before. So yeah, we snuck through now.
In 1/2 mile, turn right on Church
bad.
Street East.
So we're hitting up this Walmart over here. I think it's the first time we've been to this one. Gonna grab some groceries and then get out of here. Got to restock because there's not very many places in California to restock, and this kind of just lines up with the 30-minute break as well. So we'll get here, get some groceries, and get out of here.
Turn right at the traffic light.
We are currently on State Route 93 heading up to Moapa. So we have 118 miles to go. Our appointment window starts at 8. And then we're gonna get this delivered and then head over to California. We are currently at a TA Express. It looks fairly new. It's pretty cool. Pretty quiet place. They don't have much, you know, but small store, bathrooms, and I think they have a shower or two, but it's a cool place. are pulling up. I am assuming it's this big building since it's literally the only thing out here in the desert in the direction that we are heading. So we're gonna get over here. Hopefully, it does not take very long to unload. Not that it really matters. We have plenty of time between now and our next load, which is in California. But, you know, nobody likes to wait around. I'd rather be waiting around on my own volition than being held at a receiver on their time. Let's see.
So it should be the second, like it should be past the building.
Okay.
I think it's on
Pretty standard warehouse, chemical warehouse. Man, I like being in the desert. Some very nice landscapes.
In 1/4 mile, arrive at 201 North Meadow Valley Road on the left.
Looks like a little drop yard. Some empties. Yeah, it looks like it does swing around.
Yeah, it looks like there might be
Arriving at 201 North Meadow Valley Road on the left.
I don't know if there would be a person in it, but car check, I guess is what we used to call those.
Back in the reefer days?
Back in the days. Yeah, have you ever seen the thing where the person sits?
It's like a fuel station.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I was seeing in the southern view. Yeah, port park.
Ooh, speed bumps. That's the office over there. Huh, interesting. Make fiberglass tubs.
That makes sense.
That's why you would need a ton of fiberglass resin. Huh, how about that? Alright, let's get out of the way and go find someone. I don't know if they're even open yet.
It would be interesting to see how they do it professionally.
Well, we found somebody, and apparently we're on the wrong side. This happens just about every time we deliver some chemicals. You go to the place that's labeled shipping, receiving, and then they're like, no, you need to be over on the other side that is not labeled, and whatever, they were nice enough though. Probably going to set us up the wrong way. But we're trying to find door 13. The inside did have that that memorable smell of cured fiberglass and resin. door said, on the door it said, drivers must check into the office. So we opened the door, and then nothing is labeled. I'm like, okay, so maybe this isn't the office. So we walked around the building, we're like, nope, that's not it. All right, so there's a door that says 15. Okay, so it must be these docks right here off the street.
Yeah.
Sweet. Go in the drop lot, turn around, and then come out, just back in, I think. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I thought I saw these docks in here.
Well, it's not plural. There's one.
Yeah. It looks like maybe wider than that.
So I gotta check that thing again. The in between the cab and the fairings is this like plastic piece that kind of makes it not see through the entire truck, but it keeps getting caught in the fairing, and then it makes that popping sound when the cab rotates. So I gotta get over there and see why it's doing it. It happened after we went to Green APU and they took off the fairings. That was the first time they've actually been removed. So something got pinched that's not supposed to get pinched, but all right. This is an interesting one. Guess there is plenty of room over there if we want to drive in the dirt. Basically just straight line. Just gonna go as wide as we can, try to get the trailer as close to setup as we can. Let's not run over the curb. It's coming. Man, this whole place smells like resin. Kind of like our garage back in the day. Alright, so let's see how close we are. Because it is kind of in a corner too. Yeah, I want to see if I can get out of the road before I open the doors. Not that it's super busy. Just not quite feeling it. Yeah, it's not bad. Get the trailer swung around. Pop out, open the doors. Maybe I'll take the GoPro so everyone can see the setup. So that's the setup for the dock. Product's exactly where we left it. Yeah, so we just came in here, turned around, came out straight line back. Pretty easy. As opposed to, I don't know, trying to blindside off the street or something like that. I think I'm gonna hop in there and take the straps off for them. So from here, it should be pretty easy peasy. Just gonna back in. Just gotta avoid that little curb over there. Yeah, there's two people over there.
Is that truck one you're talking about? Is it Three Sisters or Little Sisters?
Maybe it's Little Sisters. I don't know.
That comes up before, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Three Sisters is the name of the mountain range that everyone calls
That's true.
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
I probably just got mixed up.
Well, the truck called a truck wash. Maybe I was looking at the wrong area.
we got checked in on this door as well. When we walked in, it's literally right at the spot where they're manufacturing the tubs and fiberglass like shower basins and things like that, directly in there. So that was pretty cool to see. The guy said that they would bring us our paperwork. He said it should probably take about 20 minutes. So this place is fantastic. I'd come here again. 10 out of 10. Yeah, the backing wasn't even that bad. I guess wouldn't have mattered even if we came around. We would have done the same thing. Just go straight back in at an angle. Easy peasy. From here, maybe we'll go down to Barstow and get a truck wash. Maybe try to get the trailer inspected. If not, we'll just have to do it when we go home. We're finding a lot of places don't have Landstar inspectors on site or on duty, or they're not working, or they have one and they're taking a vacation. So it's kind of hard to get the trailers inspected out on the road. We were fortunate enough to find that TA in Connecticut that had a inspector, but we had to get the truck done ASAP because they will physically put your truck on hold. Well, not physically, I guess. They will put your truck on hold, and if you move your truck on the streets until it is inspected, then they will cancel your contract. So we don't want that to happen. So we made sure to get that done, and we didn't want to lose the spot, so we couldn't get the trailer and truck done at the same time. But the trailer, we'll just get it done. I mean, if we have to wait until we get home, it's not a huge deal. You know, it won't be the end of the world. Other than that, yeah, this place is great. Internet service is fantastic. Getting some fast 5G. Downloading an update on Gran Turismo 7 that came out last night. It's like 2.5 gigs, said 5 minutes, so speeds are great. It's pretty quiet out in the middle of the desert. I love it. Yeah, I guess one interesting thing about this place is they are parking trailers in specific areas to block the wind, which I guess you have to do out in the middle of the desert because there is not much around that's going to block any sort of wind. There's some shrubs here and there, but other than that, not a whole lot. "33 minutes from the time we backed in till the guy just gave us some paperwork and turned us loose, got the door shut. I opened up the vents on the trailer because, man, that resin smells strong. So that's what we like in a receiver. Fast. They were friendly too. Good stuff. I'd do this one again.
Yeah, good reviews.
Yeah, good stuff. We are going to end this video here. We're gonna get down to Barstow, see what kind of trouble we can get into, see if we can get some get a nice truck wash at Little Sisters, not Three Sisters. This is not Wyoming. We're gonna see how their truck wash is and see if we can get a Landstar inspection on the trailer. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.